Hello, everybody. I got a big old box here. It shows that it's from Amazon, but when I read the label, it says Universal Yums. So I'm a little surprised that it came in an Amazon box because the previous one just came in a regular Universal Yums box. So we'll find out here in a minute if there's anything like extra, maybe, because I don't know why the change in packaging. While I am getting this open and things, um, hmm. Oh wow, okay. Um, I do have on the community tab a poll up. I went ahead and canceled Japan Crate because I was just quite frankly getting bored with it. Um, it was too repetitive. There are, I think, 5 options, 3 of which are different Japan oriented. One is a Korean box, and then make a suggestion if there's something else you'd rather see. Um, I don't know what all's out there. I'm sure there's quite a bit. Wow, this is a mess. I can see why. Look how crunched that is. Looks like somebody jumped up and down on it or something. And that right there looks kind of gross. Did something leak? We may get rid of Universal Yums if they're going to keep sending me packages that are damaged. Of course, to be fair, this is only the second time I've gotten it, but still, this is a mess. I mean, clearly they were trying to repair the box enough to ship it with all this extra Amazon tape. Why wouldn't you just print a new label and put it on a new box? So I'm curious to see. Hopefully there's not anything gross or leaking. Hey now. Tissue box is attacking me. Stay. Have you noticed the massive tower of boxes has finally been moved? I finally did what I've been saying I was going to do forever. Goodness gracious. So this month we have the Baltics. We are doing Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, it looks like. We have the scoreboard so we can rank what we like the best. Stop before you snack. Play Great Expectations. They say you eat with your eyes, so take a look at the snacks, then write in the heart which one you think will be your favorite. Make it easy by using the numbers below on the scoreboard. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they're kind of just thrown in there, it looks like. But that's probably because of the damage to the box. Everything just wants to keep falling. Okay. So here we have kind of a map. Asfa Mound. I'm going to butcher the names of these places. 3,000-year-old barley seeds were found at this Estonia archaeological site. The seeds, which were preserved in charcoal, prove that barley has been a staple crop in the Baltics since ancient times. Lanema. It's L and then 2 A's with umlauts above them, then Nemaa. Lanema? Any ideas? Researchers used to believe that Viking ships weren't capable of reaching the Baltics, but that thinking changed when the remains of their swords were found on the coast. So apparently that's a coastal area of Estonia. Persiums? I I hate that I can't pronounce these words. Um, this is where the mushroom long chips in your box were made. Learn all about the importance of mushrooms on page 6. So that's in the booklet. Baltic Way. In 1989, 2 million people joined hands in a human chain across all 3 Baltic countries. Find out why on pages 2 and 3. That kind of reminds me of Hands Across America back in the 80s. I participated in that. It went down Route 40, which is National Road. Um, I guess it would have been part of Route 66 had Route 66 gone through Ohio. It all connects up somewhere. Anyway, did that. Let's see. Trakai, a 14th century castle, occupies the entirety of this small island, accessible by a walking bridge or boat. It's one of Lithuania's most iconic landmarks. Well, that sounds interesting. Juagranti? Krante? Local folklore comes to life at the Hill of Witches, a public park where you'll find sculptures inspired by Lithuanian mythology. So it sounds like some really interesting places. I kind of like to visit all of those places. So it looks like we've got Poland over here and Belarus is over here. And then Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. And Sweden's over here on the other side of the water. So that kind of gives you a vague idea of where things are. Okay. And we have stickers again. The too picky, I think, is the same as last month's from the Ukraine. Do we really need pictures of people picking their nose? Ew. I think the flag is interesting how they divided it into 3 segments, and each segment am guessing is to represent the different countries that we're eating from. I think the star is the same too, but I think these are cool that kind of look like stamps. Anyway, next. Away we go to the Baltics. It's August 23rd, 1989. Over 2 million people across Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia have joined hands in a peaceful protest against Soviet rule. The chain becomes the longest human chain in recorded history, spanning 419 miles. 2 years later, all 3 countries gained their independence, ending centuries of foreign occupation. Today, it's considered one of the most pivotal moments in Baltic history for all 3 countries we're highlighting in this box: Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. Okay, so 1989, this is August. A couple months later, November, is when the Berlin Wall came down. So, pretty cool. Wasn't terribly long from this to their actual independence. Okay. And we have trivia questions, just like last time. And whoever wins the trivia wins the little star sticker, supposedly anyway. I'm not doing the trivia. Let's see. Mushroom lovers rejoice. He who cares for the land will be fed by the land. Latvian proverb. That's a good one. That's right up there with if you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime or whatever. Living off the land. If you want to know what to expect in this box and to understand Baltic cuisine in general, reread the quote above again. With a climate made for agriculture and a history of scrappiness, Latvian culture, in fact Baltic culture as a whole, depends on nature, and no food is that more evident than with mushrooms. Good thing I like mushrooms. The food of the gods. The Baltic region was the last area of Europe to convert to Christianity in 1413. Prior, the tribes in the area believed in a three-tiered world structure. Valinus, god of the underworld, would stretch his fingers from beneath the ground, and from the tips of his fingers, mushrooms would sprout. Spooky stuff, but it was believed that Valinus was actually doing a kindness by providing food to the poor. Even today, mushrooms are sometimes referred to as Valinus fingers in the Baltic region. How they're used in Baltic cuisine. There's over 4,100 mushroom species in Latvia alone. That's a lot. Didn't know there were that many at all. While only a quarter of the thousands of species are edible, most people know how to pick what's safe, turning them into a staple of Baltic cooking. And then they're showing here pickled mushrooms. Some of the most beloved flavors in the Baltics are mushrooms, pickles, and dill. Pickling them combines all three and can be enjoyed all year long. Well, that's interesting. Never thought to pickle mushrooms. Mushroom cookies. Mushroom flavored cookies? Nope. Cookies shaped like mushrooms. These Lithuanian treats are made with sour cream and poppy seeds. Okay. My brain just went to them tasting like sour cream, and that's not what they're saying at all. It's probably like in cake recipes, they put sour cream in and it helps with the keeping the cake moist. I'm guessing that's what they're doing with the cookies. I don't know, maybe there's some in the box we could try. Mushroom long chips, a yum worth celebrating. And that brings us to the reason we're talking about mushrooms in the first place. All that earthy Baltic flavor we've been talking about is packed into this extra long, extra crispy, extra mushroomy chip. Unlike traditional potato chips, these ones are made from mashed potatoes and then cooked into long strips for a chip that looks very, very unique. But even more unique, at least to this region of the world, is the mushroom flavor. Enjoy. We had long chips, I think it was in the Ukraine box. I forget the flavor that was on them, but they were really good. Okay, so now we're into what's in the box. Let me see if I can find... I hope everything's here. I've got a drink. Oh, wow, this you can tell has been melted. And that's not the right one. This one. This one's melted even more than the other one. Okay. Pergale milk chocolate with cookie filling. Decadent Lithuanian chocolate with buttery cookie filling. In the 16th to 18th centuries, the economy of the Netherlands was built on the Baltic grain industry. Their grain was cheap and abundant and became a lucrative import for the Dutch. This cookie cream-filled chocolate bar uses Dutch butter cookies as inspiration, a small memory of a once huge industry. I think Snack Crate is about to do Netherlands. So interesting how they kind of go together. Oh, wait, this has leaked chocolate all over the outside of it. Oh, this is a mess. This box is a mess. Oh, wow. This is, it's oozed all over everything in here. Look, I mean, that looks pretty nasty. I am sad. I am so sad that this box is such a mess. Oh. It tastes good. It's just... it's quite sweet. Let's find a place to set stuff. Set this on the box lid, so hopefully it doesn't get all over everything. It's good chocolate. It's very sweet. I would like it better if it wasn't like an ooey gooey mess. I mean, this was smashed all the bits. I think I will be contacting them and letting them know that this was not not a great box because it is damaged and everything was melted. Nomeda chocolate with apple puree and nuts. Chocolate and nuts meet tangy apple. True to Baltic tenet of living off the land, this apple-filled chocolate bar utilizes one of Lithuania's 1,000 different types of apples. Again, I didn't realize there were that many different apples. Okay, break a piece off. Okay, this one's coming apart. So that's what it looks like. Well, a melty version of it anyway. And inside you can see the layer of apples and nuts. That's an interesting combination. I never would have thought to, put those two flavors together, chocolate and apple. I guess at Halloween time you can get chocolate coated apples, but I've never tried one. I would never have thought to do that as a candy bar. And it's got a really nice apple flavor. And the chocolate's just kind of an accent to it. I like that. Again, I would like it better if it wasn't like melted all over the place and a mess, but I think that's going to be a recurring theme through everything in the box. Okay, that's in this bag. That would be why I can't find it. It's in this bag. Okay. This is Gelissimo Black Currant and Melon. Super soft black currant and melon jellies. Back in the days when the Baltic countries were occupied by the USSR, it would have been difficult to get fruits like the flavors found in this candy. People would have to line up to get any fruit that wasn't an apple, and it was never guaranteed that you'd go home with anything. Luckily, times have changed, and just about anyone can enjoy melons and black currants. And a favorite way to enjoy this is the jelly candy. Okay. See, in the United States, black currant isn't a popular flavor, but that's because black currants are illegal. I forget why. I know I read it recently about black currants and why they're illegal in the United States, but I mean, we can have black currant flavored stuff, we just can't grow them here. like that. Very sweet. Very, very sweet. But I like the flavor. I just don't know that much about black currant because we don't get it here. Okay. And then there is this. One, two, three different things in here. Okay. This is Lima Chewy Cola Candy. Extra chewy candy with a bubbly twist. A 2019 study found that only 9% of adults living in the Baltics drink soda daily. Makes sense after a bite of this uber chewy candy with a great cola kick. Who needs the real thing? I don't drink cola. I don't drink anything carbonated. Mostly because the carbonation set off my gallbladder and I was having gallbladder attacks thinking I was having a heart attack. And the pain in my chest would be so bad that it would make me sick. So once I figured out that it was carbonation that caused that, I quit drinking sodas. And that's been, let's see, Neko is 24, almost 24 and a half. So it was after he was born. It'd be almost 24 years. In May, it'll be 24 years since I discovered what it was causing the problem. Excuse me. I've been having these little random hiccups all night long. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this next, since it also came out of that little bag. This is Gotina. Gotina Strawberry Fudge. Chewy fudge bursting with fruity flavor. I have a feeling it's going to be super sweet. Hungry for a snack, but there's only boring vending machines around? Not a problem in Estonia and Latvia, where you can find machines stocked not with chips and soda, but with fresh berries. Ooh, I like that idea. That's how important and beloved the wild fruit is within the region. This supremely flavorful Latvian strawberry fudge is a prime example of the vibrancy and freshness that Latvians expect from their strawberries, no matter where they find them. We're only halfway through April and we've already got tulips blooming. They're a little early this year. So I'm wondering if the strawberries are going to be early this year too. Because in Ohio, usually end of May, beginning of June is when they start really coming on. So that's what it looks like. I'm not tasting strawberry. The texture is a little more granular than I'm used to for a fudge. Almost like the sugar didn't quite get completely dissolved. I am tasting some chocolate. I'm not tasting strawberry. I'm wondering if it has to do with the condition of the box, how things have been melted and reformed. Like maybe that is part of why the texture is weird. I don't taste strawberry at all. Just super sweet. At the moment, that's the least successful thing I've tried. And I don't know if it's the item itself or if it's something that happened to it in transit. Okay. Lentil Snack Maple Bacon. Sweet and smoky with an amazing crisp. With the Baltic Sea so close, salt has historically been an important part of Baltic trade and food. It's part of the reason why today there's so much bacon and smoked fish in the cuisine, and also why these lentil snacks seasoned with a sweet and salty bacon is a popular choice there. Okay, bacon and maple, that's a reasonable conversation combination. I think they super glued this shut. Come on now. It says open here, but did they give me a notch? Usually when they say that, there's something more to... There we go. There we go. Got a hole. Aha. These kind of remind me of crinkle cut French fries. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit salty. And I'm not really tasting maple or bacon. Maybe a little bit of maple there. I'm not getting bacon. And that one was more sweet than anything. I don't know. They're not bad. I'm just not getting the flavor that they're saying is there. No, that's not it. Here we go. Oh, I'm probably going to love this. This is Grandma's Legendary Wafer Cake, made by a real Lithuanian grandma. This waffle comes straight out of a grandma's kitchen. Really, when the bakers at Grand X were working on a new product concept, one of their employees asked his grandmother to make a homemade batch of her caramel stuffed waffles for inspiration. Instead, her exact recipe became their product. Doesn't get any more homemade than this. Okay, well, let's find out. Hey, Grandma, what does your cookie cake waffle thing taste like? If I can get it open. All right. You know what? Tired of fighting the packaging. Just chop it open. Oh, it's sticky looking. Look at that. It looks really sticky. I like that it's in two chunks. So that's what it looks like on the top. On the side, you can see the caramely goodness. Mmm. Mmm. That's yummy. I think the caramel has taken the crispness away from the waffly part, but it tastes so good, I don't really care that much. Highly recommend. This one's good. Mmm. Okay, I'm going to set this back for now because there's still a lot of things to try. Well, Grandma, you've done well. Of course, I love wafers, so all they had to do is put the word wafer in there, and I was like, yep. And then tell me it's got chocolate and caramel. Yeah. Yes, please. More. Here we have some chips. Adazu dill potato chips, the most popular seasoning in the Baltics. Dill. It's a big deal in Baltic home cooking. In the same way that garlic is used in other parts of the world, dill is that one spice home cooks always return to. In fact, many visitors to the Baltics say that it's more surprising when a Baltic dish doesn't have any dill in it. I had a friend that used to make a dill dip that was really, really good. I'll have to see if her kids have the recipe for it. Can't ask her anymore, unfortunately. So that's what they are. Chips, they've got little flecks of dill on them. These are pretty good. I could easily sit here and scarf this whole thing down. So that's Latvia. I don't know what the word is above Latvia is, but I figured out Latvia. That's really shiny. It's hard to see. There you go. You can kind of see it. That, anybody know what that says? What it means? Mm. Those are good. Okay. For another one of these candy bars. Okay. Looks like a mango on the cover. Pergale dark chocolate with mango filling. I like mango. I like dark chocolate. Never thought to put chocolate and mango together. Decadent Lithuanian chocolate with a tropical twist. When those cold Baltic winters start to see temperatures below freezing, that means it's mango season in Lithuania. No, really. Locals prefer to eat what's in season, and since the summertime produces tons of locally grown fruits and berries like strawberries and plums, there's no need to eat imported fruits. But come wintertime, that's when Lithuania turns into a tropical paradise, at least in terms of diet. That must be when they start importing stuff. Okay, the other one was a melty, gooey mess. Let's see how this one is. If I can get in it. Come on, open. Okay, so, well, it's a melty, gooey mess, but not as bad as the other one. But you can see the mango filling is all over the place. The chocolate has gotten a grainy consistency to it. So I'm going to guess that that other piece that I said was grainy, it probably has something to do with the way they were shipped. You can tell that this has melted and reformed, and you can see chocolate bloom on it. And that comes from it not being tempered properly. But even if you have a piece of chocolate that is tempered properly and then it melts and reforms, you might get bloom. It's still edible. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with the chocolate, but it may mess with the texture a little bit. And I think that's what's going on here. And I think that's why that piece of fudge had a weird texture. Yeah, this box, not getting the highest marks. The items are good. The flavors are good. The presentation's bad. And that's purely because it wasn't handled properly. I mean, I got a box that looks like somebody jumped on it. Then they taped it up and sent it anyway. But the stuff inside, you can tell, wasn't handled properly. Everything chocolate has been melted and reformed, which is giving it weird colors, textures. I don't know. So I am a little disappointed in this box. I would like a box that wasn't a mess. I would have liked it better. Because like I said, the snacks are good. They taste good. It's just poor handling makes it not appealing. And it makes me sad because I was really looking forward to this box. Okay. Is that this? I think this is the thing. They stuck a label on it, an English label with all the nutrition stuff, and it covers up everything. Yeah, that's this. Well, I guess I can show you the side of the pack. Milk chocolate bar with peanuts and caramel from Latvia's oldest confectionery. We're featuring a chocolate bar from Latvia's most famous and oldest, opened in 1870, chocolate brand. There's a lot of history to dig into, including Latvia's prior occupation by Germany in 1941. The renaming of the brand from a German name is an important symbol of Latvia's independence. Laima translates to happiness. It's always time for chocolate in Riga. Just ask the famous clock, which bears the name of Latvia's oldest confectionery and maker of this incredible chocolate bar. The historic brand started its delectable journey all the way back in 1870 under the name Rigert. But when Latvia gained its independence from Germany after World War II, they rebranded to Laima, a Latvian word meaning happiness, which you'll definitely feel after tasting one of their most popular chocolate bars filled with peanuts and caramel. Okay, I could use some happiness. Let's have some happiness. Again, it has been melted. See, this doesn't give you an accurate idea of what it was. I'm sorry, but that does not look edible. And see, this here by my pinky, that is chocolate bloom. It's that cloudy, nasty looking. And the chocolate itself is going to be fine. It just looks bad. And this looks like, yeah, we're not going there. We're not going there. The caramel is chewy. You can, if I hold it up high enough, see a little bit of the caramel and nuts in the middle. Tastes pretty good. It just looks like something unpleasant. Oh yeah, that's going to go well with chocolate. I'm going to hold these off till after, because we got something else with chocolate. Mmm. Mmm. How cute. I have to make sure I don't destroy the logo. That candy bar is really good. It just looked nasty. I invited the Neko to come down and enjoy some snacks, but I don't know where he disappeared to. It had a really good caramel in that candy bar. Okay, we have salted dark choco drizzle wafer chips, inspired by Lithuanian cooking gum. Cooking gum. Lithuanian waffles aren't big, fluffy, or covered with maple syrup. Instead, they're thin and crispy rolled cookies called cooking gum. Cooking gum. While they're closer to the waffle cones we use for ice cream, they're instead filled with caramel or chocolate. Try this crispy? I am having trouble speaking today. Try this crispy wafer chip version and get in on the sweet sensation for yourself. Sounds good to me. And I think that little elephant logo is adorable. And my niece loves elephants, so I will try to save this packaging as best as I can without destroying the elephant, because I can use it later in scrapbooking, journaling, whatever it is. Especially since I'm doing some food related ones, and I will do one that's got an elephant theme for her. Well, they're all stuck together. But at least you can get an idea. You can see the wafer. You can see the chocolate. I'm supposed to have sea salt. I don't see any salt. At least not on that piece. And they do taste like ice cream cones. Okay, I tasted some salt in that one. I guess I just picked up the first piece without any. I like these a lot. I like the crispy texture of these. And then that grandma one, I love the flavor of it. And I think the two of them together are really, really good. Oh, no. 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 Okay, that's a soda. Is that all the sweet things? Are we into mostly savory now? Okay. Excuse me. Drip, drip, drip. Okay. So this, a Dazu Dippy Sauce Dill Flavor. The favorite flavors of the Baltics. We've already gone on at length about the prevalence of both dill and sour cream all across Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, and wouldn't you know, they went and combined their powers to form the ultimate chip dip. I'm not making this right now because I don't have all the stuff to make it, but if it's anything like what my friend used to make, it'll be pretty good. Okay, I didn't actually talk about sour cream, so that's probably because I skipped over these to go to the chocolate thing and do chocolate and chocolate instead of chocolate, sour cream and onion and chocolate. I think that would be a kind of gross combination. Okay, these are long chips, sour cream and onion. The goat of Baltic foods. Sour cream, truly the most popular condiment in all the Baltics. Breakfast, apple pancakes with sour cream and jam. Lunch, beet-filled borscht with a dollop of sour cream. Dinner is obvious, potato dumplings with sour cream. Dessert, Screwsdelenas? I know, I just butchered the crap out of that one. Fried dough topped with a syrup made from honey and, yep, sour cream. By now it should be obvious why these potato chips come in this particular flavor. Yeah, okay, well, dill and sour cream, why not? So these are sour cream and onion. They're long chips made with mashed potato and we will try the mushroom ones after these, if I can get these open. There we go. So that's what they look like. Just long, whoops, there's two of them there. Long, very thin wafers. As somebody who doesn't like sour cream or onions, I have, in the past few months, discovered a love of sour cream and onion potato chips. I don't know. These are good. These are really good. There for a while, Japan Crate was giving me sour cream and onion chips like every month. And I was thinking, oh no, but I don't like sour cream and onion. And then I tasted them and I was like, give me those. Scarf, scarf, scarf. Mm. This one looks like it's got even more stuff on it. I'll save that one for later. I have a feeling that I may be having chips with my lunch. Okay, and these are the creamy mushroom ones that we read about at the beginning. these are completely smushed. Look at that, it's just a pile of crumbs. I got part of one anyway. So these are the mushroom ones. Mmm. These are a little bit saltier. And the weird thing is they do taste kind of like cream of mushroom soup. Hmm. How'd they do that? Back years and years and years and years ago, my mom used to put crushed potato chips on top of tuna noodle casserole. I haven't done that 30, 40 years, something like that. Been a long time. But these, with them tasting just like cream of mushroom soup, would be the perfect thing to do that with. These are really, really good. I thought mushroom chips sounded weird, but sometimes weird is good. Okay, what do we have left? Where's the Neko when I need him? Because he's going to eat these. I'm only going to taste them because this is a try it video. I will taste it enough to say that I did. Because I already don't like the flavor. Red crocodile snacks with ketchup taste. Ugh. No, 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 no. I don't like ketchup chips. Okay, airy corn puffs with tangy ketchup flavor. You may think you know ketchup, but just until you've tried the Baltic version. What? You may think you know ketchup, but just... I think they missed a word here. I think it's supposed to say just wait until you've tried the Baltic version. The first thing you'll notice when you try these snacks is that the flavor is sweeter than you might expect. Oh, that's even worse. Sweet ketchup? Gross. In Lithuania, the sweeter ketchup can be found in all the usual places, like on burgers and potatoes, but also on things like pizza. If that's a bit much for you, then try these airy ketchup-flavored corn puffs instead. I don't like sweet ketchup. I don't like ketchup chips. Oh, they do look like crocodiles, though. It's cute. No. No. No, 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 no. Gross. Neko's gonna love them. It's just super sweet. Oh, no. No. No, no, no. That's what y'all were waiting on, right? See me have something nasty? Yes, cheese sunflower seeds. Shelled sunflower seeds with a dusting of cheesy goodness. Huh. Since ancient times, milk has been an important part of the Baltic diet, which means that cheese is just as vital. From herbaceous Letiviscas varska. Yeah, I'm skipping that word. I cannot read that. From this thing that's eaten at weddings to the buttery other thing Traditionally enjoyed in the summer solstice, there's a cheese for practically every occasion. But for an everyday snack, you'll see locals reaching for these sunflower seeds coated in the cheesy goodness the Baltics are known for. Just be sure not to eat the shell. We may be speaking from experience here. Okay, so here, you can, maybe, hopefully you can read this. It looks kind of blurry to me, but everything looks blurry to me. If you can read that, maybe you can see those words I skipped over because there was no way I was pronouncing that. I got all tongue-tied and never did finish the words, so. Alright, so these are supposed to be cheesy. It says sunflower seeds roasted and spiced, striped. Oh, come on. I peeled the thing. There we go. So there's sunflower seeds. They're okay. The flavor on the shell is good, but then once you suck the flavor off the shell, it just tastes like a sunflower seed. I would have liked it better if they had taken the shells off to start with and just given us the kernels. Could have been a smaller bag, that would have been fine. 150 grams, and the bulk of it's going to be the shells. 150 grams, how much is that? That's like, does it say? 5.29 ounces. Quarter cup. So about two servings in here, it says. My ex-husband used to have sunflower seeds all the time, and he would spit the shells into a bottle and just leave it lay all over the place. It was gross. No. Okay. And then there's the drink. Barbarus Karastushuk. Barberry soda from Estonia's oldest brewery. Get ready to try something extra special from Estonia's oldest brewery. The Lecoq family first started their venture back in 1807, bottling Russian stout. Today they produce all kinds of drinks from cider to syrups to the sweet and sour soda with the unique taste of barberry, a fruit that tastes similar to unsweetened cranberries. Ooh, I bet that's tart. And it's carbonated, so I will not be drinking it. Too bad I didn't get this Saturday. I could have had my brother try it. He was here over the weekend. Okay, so that is the last thing in the box. We had some real highlights, and we had some definite no's. Sweet ketchup, no, absolutely not. No, no, no. Um, these wafer things, loved them. The grandma's wafer cake thing, absolutely loved it. That's probably my favorite thing in the box, especially as far as sweets. I loved both flavors of long chips. I mean, these, they taste absolutely like cream of mushroom soup. So if you like cream of mushroom soup, these are your bet. These are a really nice, not overpowering sour cream and onion. I like both of those very much. Um, I just wish that the box would have come in better condition. And I'll contact them and say, the treats were nice. I just wish it would have been in better shape because some of these things, they're just such a melty mess. I would say the maple bacon snack, not great compared to the other savory snacks, but definitely like a million times better than those ketchup things because those were disgusting. Now, if you like ketchup chips, go for them. You can have them. They're gross. That's something I every time I've ever tried a ketchup chip, I have found it to be one of the most disgusting things. So, but give me those wafers, man. I'm all about the wafers. Okay, make. How the heck do you say that? Hakle. Hakle hakasta? That word. Make that. The ultimate Estonian comfort food. This hearty one-pan dinner is an Estonian favorite for a reason. Smooth sour cream, rich meats, and tangy pickles make for a warming meal you'll want to make over and over. Huh. Kind of looks like hamburger with the sour cream mixed in and then pickles on the side. Let's see, what does it say? Potatoes, vegetable oil, ground pork, ground beef, finely diced onion, tablespoon of flour, quarter teaspoon white pepper, 2 cloves of garlic, 2 cups chicken or vegetable stock, 2 tablespoons fresh dill, not a surprise because they're all about the dill, quarter cup sour cream, again, not a surprise because they're all about sour cream, and then pickles for garnish. They suggest that if you can find them locally, try to garnish with pickled beets for an extra authentic taste. Okay, I have this question about pickled beets because when I do them, I open the can of beets, I put them in a bowl, I add apple cider vinegar, put a lid on, let them sit in the fridge for a day or two. That's it. That's all I do. Because beets are naturally sweet. They are refined into sugar. So why, when people pickle them, do they add sugar? You're adding sugar to something that makes sugar. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm a vinegar fiend. I love vinegar. So to me, that's enough. For my dad, he loved pickled beets, and he did them the same way I do. That's how I learned to do them. So why do people add sugar to the beets? Anybody know? Does it do something? I just imagine that it would make something super sweet even sweeter. They don't need to be made sweeter. Let's see. Instead of potatoes, try serving over rice or barley. And yay for leftovers. This dish tastes even better the night after you make it. Okay, so you're boiling your potatoes, and then you're serving the meat mixture over the top of the potatoes. So, yeah, as they say, you could try it over rice or barley instead of potato. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of person. Okay, real or half baked. If there's one thing that's eaten a lot in the Baltics, it's rye bread. Below are some unique dishes that feature the staple dish. Can you tell which are real and which are just our half baked ideas? Fried rye bread chips. We got those in the Ukraine box. Those are real. And they were good. I don't like rye bread. Those were good. Rye stuffed dumplings. I don't know. Sweet rye bread soup. Rye bread parfait. I would say that's a no. That doesn't sound real. Rye crusted fried pickles. Sour cream and rye sandwich spread. Rye ice cream cones. Fermented rye bread soda. Okay, so one is real. That's the fried bread chips. It's basically extra crispy strips of toast, typically topped with cheese or dipped in garlic aioli. The rye stuffed dumplings are half baked, they say. So that's not a real one. It says they definitely eat a lot of dumplings across the Baltics, but they haven't stuffed them with bread yet. The sweet rye bread soup. I was leaning toward real on that one because I have heard of bread soup in other places, and this says real. Not only is it real, it's super popular. Stale bread is mashed up and mixed with sugar, water, fruit juice, and spices. Then the whole thing is topped with whipped cream. Huh. Never would have thought of it as a sweet thing. Rye bread parfait apparently is real. That one I didn't think would be real. Also called layered rye bread, is a type of trifle with layers of jam, rye bread, and rye bread crumbs. Okay. I guess it makes sense. I mean, you would have bread and jam, so just put it in layers. Rye crusted fried pickles is a half baked idea. Well, it's easy to imagine the Baltic love of both rye and dill coming together in such a way, we totally made this one up. However, it makes sense because when you make fried pickles, you're putting them in a batter. So use rye flour instead of regular flour. Or rye breadcrumbs instead of regular breadcrumbs. It would make sense. That one didn't seem too crazy to me. Number 6, sour cream and rye sandwich spread. Another half-baked idea. What's better than a slice of fresh bread? Spreading more bread on it, but maybe not this time. Rye ice cream cones. Another half-baked idea. While Lithuanian cooking gam is similar to an ice cream cone, they're not made with rye flour. And the fermented rye bread soda is real. Not just in the Baltics. Kvass is a popular non-alcoholic drink throughout Eastern Europe. I've heard of kvass. I didn't know it was a rye bread soda. But that one, I mean, it looks like beer. So I would have guessed it was probably a thing. Okay, and here's all the nutrition information. Kids Corner. The Baltic Sea is home to all sorts of colorful creatures. Can you match each animal's picture to its name? Probably not. Moon jelly, gray seal, straight-nosed pipefish, three-spined stickleback, blue mussel, and harbor porpoise. Well, let's see. These pictures are super tiny. So according to the answer key, this teeny tiny picture, one, is the three-spined stickleback. Two is the gray seal. Three is the harbor porpoise. Can you even see these pictures? They're so tiny. 4 is the straight-nosed pipefish. 5 is moon jelly. See, they're so hard to see. They're so tiny. And 6 is the blue mussel. So now that I've completely wasted your time trying to show you pictures that are so tiny you can't see them, now you know what they are. I mean, even with them right in front of my face, I was having trouble seeing them because they're so small. Did you enjoy your trip to the Baltics this month? Yes or no? Well, yes and no, for the reasons we've already talked about. Do I give them another month and hope that the next box is actually in good shape? Because Ukraine box came in pretty decent shape. There was something sticky inside the box. I figured it was one of the candy bars probably melted and some of the stuff oozed out. But at least the box came in good shape. This box was a mess all the way along before I even got it open. And then the stuff inside was broken or melted or just generally unpleasant. Um, so I'm thinking I'll give them one more month, and if I get another box in really bad shape, then I think that might be the end of Universal Yums. Although I really like the box. I like the information they give. I like the variety of treats because they have had some really good stuff. Pretty much, I liked everything but those ketchup things. So I don't know what to do. Um, but I am looking to replace Japan crate, and there's three different Japanese choices, a Korean choice, and if there's something you'd prefer other than those, there's an option for you to give me a comment. So please check out my community page and vote in the poll if you're interested in helping me choose what I do next. Um, if I should get rid of Universal Yums, I'm looking at Try Treats as an option. Uh, it's another one that kind of goes wherever. It's similar to Snack Crate, similar to Universal Yums. So yeah, at least we'd be getting other locations. Um, Hey Everybody does Try Treats. She also does Tokyo Treat. So I don't really want to do the same thing that everybody else is doing. So I don't know. But with that, I am done with this box for today, and I don't know what's coming next. I know Boxu just renewed last night. Um, so that's coming in the next couple weeks. Uh, Beyond that, I don't know what's next. But whenever something comes, we'll take care of it on the channel. So I'll leave you with the spiel. Remember to do all the YouTubey things: comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell icon to be notified of future uploads so the YouTube gods deem it worthy. And I will say bye bye for now.